Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here, then hello. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an updated cosmetology career video, letting you guys know how my career has been going, how I'm liking it, and also answering some of your guys' questions as well. I've been meaning to film this video for so long. It has been almost 2 years since I recorded my last cosmetology career video, and I also did record my beauty school experience as well. So if you guys have not seen either one of those, I will make sure to leave them in the description box down below because I am going to go from the past video that I filmed. So without further ado, if you guys would like to see this video, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so getting started, I'm going to be starting pretty much where I left off on the last video. So I posted that video on January 4th, 2015. So it has been almost 2 years since I have posted that video, and so much has changed. I had just started there and I had only been there for about 8 or 9 months. It hadn't even been a year. So now I am going on my 3rd year at the salon, and I am still at the same salon that I was at before. I am still loving it. All of my coworkers are absolutely amazing. We have had a ton of new people come and go in the salon, but we have also had a few of the girls stay, which is really nice, and I've made really great friends with some of the girls at the salon. I'm still really grateful for my job and all of the girls that I work with. My boss is really awesome as well. So everything along the lines of my coworkers have been going great. There has been no drama, which I have kind of touched in the last video, that I really enjoyed, that there was no cattiness or just snobbiness at my salon. I'm really lucky that all of the girls, all the stylists get along really well, and if there ever is an issue, we always solve it, and there's not a big blown out dramatic fight or anything like that. So now jumping on to more of the career itself and how that has been going. So now that I've been there for almost 3 years now, I would say my clientele is built up around 75%. It's definitely not 100% built up, that is for sure. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, this career is not a super stable career, if you will. It is always inconsistent. You will have one day that is going to be really busy and you're not going to have a single break in the day, and then the next day you could have hour breaks in between clients and you can only have 1 or 2 clients that day. So it really depends. This industry is definitely a more inconsistent income, whereas if you were a nurse or something along those lines, you know how much you're going to be making every single paycheck. Whereas this career, you kind of have a variation of paycheck to paycheck every 2 weeks. I'm not sure if I touched too much on this last time, but a good amount of our salaries as a cosmetologist come from tips. I know a few people did get a little offended because I did mention in my last video that not tipping your stylist is disrespectful, and I still do stand by that. I do feel like in the industry that I'm in, and also in the serving industry, any of the industries that require tipping, I do feel like it is very disrespectful to not tip your stylist or your server, etc. Because to us as stylists or as a server, obviously I haven't served before, but I do know that they do rely on their tips as well. It is very disrespectful to us. I do understand that if something goes wrong and you're not happy with their service, I totally understand that, and hopefully wherever you're at or whatever stylist or salon you go to, it takes care of that and gets you taken care of and fixes the problem. But if you are really happy and pleased with the service and how your hair came out or whatever service you're getting done, it is really disrespectful to not tip on top of that, because yes, I know some of the prices at some salons are really expensive, but in general, you always want to tip 10 to 15 to 20%, depending on how much you can afford. So I got a lot of questions on what is the best way to build your clientele. I touched on this a little bit in the last video as well, and I let you guys know that we did do Groupon at our salon. We are still doing Groupons, and I am really happy to say that I'm not getting many of them anymore because my clientele is built up enough to where I don't need to be taking the Groupons. Groupons are a great way to start your business and to build your clientele, and I'm super grateful for the Groupons that have come in because I have gotten a lot of clients from that. So when I have a Groupon come back, I offer them 20 20% off their second visit, which has helped a lot to get more of my clients back in my chair, which is awesome. So when I do take a Groupon for the first time, I do technically make under minimum wage per hour. So depending on how much they tip, it can raise that amount per hour that I am working to do their hair. I usually book out about 2 hours for every Groupon. So if you guys are just starting out and you are trying to build your clientele and a salon that you work at, or if you guys are doing booth rent or something like that, I would definitely recommend doing Groupon. It is a great way to build your clientele, and also having my clients recommend their friends or family has also helped me a lot. For income wise, a lot of people have asked me if it is a steady income or if they could support their family from it. And I will be 100% honest with you, and this is just my experience from where I work, the city that I live in, etc. So I am on almost year 3, like I said, of doing this, and I still could not support a family if I had one. I could support myself if I did move out, and I am still saving to move out and buy my own place. But as of right now in my career, I definitely could not support a family of my own without another person's income. Now, I do have coworkers that have been in the business for way longer, 10 plus years, and they could totally support a family of their own, and they make really, really great money. So like I said, it does take time in this industry, in my opinion, to be able to make a decent enough income to really support yourself and your family and have a nice lifestyle. Just like anything, I feel like any industry that you're in, it's going to take a few years, and it's hard because I feel like a lot of people give up in the industry that I'm in. They get annoyed with the salon that they're not making enough money, you know, the tips aren't great enough, so they leave. And I've seen it at the salon that I'm at with a few girls that have worked there. If you are passionate about it, then you will find a way to make it work. And hopefully you're in a situation where you have a second income, or you're able to live at home like I am. I don't want to scare you guys and make it seem like you're gonna be super poor and you're not gonna be able to live, but I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and really let you guys know that it is going to take a few years, you know, from 3 to probably 5 to 6 years to really start seeing that income come in and really be making a decent amount of money. For client-wise, I wanted to touch on this a little bit. Most of my clients are absolutely amazing. I love all of my clientele. I've become friends with a lot of them, and a lot of them have become like second moms to me, and I feel like I can talk to them about anything, which is absolutely amazing. There are going to be a few and far between that are going to be the difficult client. Just like in any industry, you're going to have to deal with difficult people. Really, you have to have a tough skin in this industry. You cannot get hurt by some things that the clients say, or if the client is just super difficult, I still have those clients and they do still keep coming back, which means that they like what I do to their hair. They just really stress me out and make my anxiety kind of go a little bit crazy. But again, like I said, every industry is gonna have that. Another one of the questions that I got from my last video was it easy to find a job after graduation? I did touch a little bit on this in the last video, I believe. I was lucky enough to have my job ready and set before I graduated beauty school. Depending on what beauty school you go to, I would do your research on how they help place you into the salon while you're in beauty school. We actually had a set day where we had models come in, and we had a ton of different salon owners come in, and they would walk around, watch our work, we would chat with them, hand out our business cards, and kind of connect that way. So to answer your question, it was really easy for me to find a job after I got out of beauty school. I know a lot of people struggle and they end up going to cost cutters or Supercuts or something like that, which I have nothing against. It was just never something that I wanted to personally do. I've always wanted to work in a high-end salon to where I could charge a decent amount for my services. I know a lot of people ask me how I get raises or how you can make more money in the industry. So in this industry, you are going to decide when you get a pay raise. So since I've been at the salon, I have increased my prices once. So like I said, being there almost 3 years, my prices have increased once, and this was at the beginning of this year. So at the beginning of 2016, January 1st is when my prices increased, and all of my prices increased by $2. So it wasn't some crazy increase where I increased my prices, you know, $5 to $10. I would recommend increasing your prices $2 to start with, because if not, you're going to lose lose some of your clientele just because it's going to be kind of a shock to them raising the prices that much. So I know a lot of you guys want to know what I charge for my services, so I'm going to let you guys know a few of the services that I do charge for. So for a woman's haircut, I do charge $37. For a color and cut, I believe my charge is $98 along with the partial highlight and cut. I also wanted to let you guys know that I still do not do perms or relaxers. I do not offer those services. So I have completely kind of cut myself off from doing perms or relaxers. I know that I could be earning a lot more money from doing those services, but I have decided personally that I do not ever want to do those services, and my boss is nice enough to let me decide that I do not want to do them. I do have a few clients that actually go to other stylists to get their perms done, and they do come back to me to get either their color or their cut done. So hopefully whatever salon that you guys end up working at or you guys are working at, hopefully you guys have that option to say, I do not want to do this service, whether it's perms or relaxers or men's haircuts. I did also mention that when you are starting out, you definitely do have to fake it till you make it. You have to really act like you're confident in what you're doing. Make sure that you're kind of analyzing what situation you're in. If you don't feel comfortable doing something and you really feel like you cannot give that client what they want, then just be upfront and honest with them. But if you just feel scared about something, but deep down you do know how to do the service, then just fake it till you make it. Put a smile on, act confident. I did want to touch on one other question that I did get, and that was, when did you know, or how did you know that you wanted to go into the cosmetology career? It's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever talked about this story before, but when I was little, around, I want to say 5 or 6, I actually had a friend over at my house and we were kind of playing around, and I actually chopped her hair off. I do not remember this very well, but my mom always reminds me of it, and she told me that she knew from that moment that I was going to be a hairstylist because I had always been into doing hair and makeup, and especially in high school, I think around my junior year of high school, I really knew that I wanted to go into the cosmetology and beauty industry. I felt like college was not my path. I am so happy with my decision. I do not regret not going to college. I do not regret going to beauty school. I'm so happy in my career. I'm so happy in my job, and I'm so excited to see where my career takes me within the next few years. So I also did quickly want to mention that I do actually do makeup in the salon as well. I'm not sure if I touched on that at all in the last video, but I am doing makeup. I have done quite a bit this past year. We've had a few wedding parties that have come in. So there is only one other girl at the salon that offers makeup services. So there is only 2 of us total that offer makeup. I hope this video wasn't too rambly and scattered everywhere. I mostly just wanted to update you guys on how it was going and answer some of your guys' questions. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you do have any further questions that I didn't answer in this video, make sure to leave it in the comments down below, and I will make sure to comment back to you guys. If you guys do want me to keep doing these videos and do a yearly check-in with you on how my career is going, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, stay marvelous.